only on FS1. Take a seat, stay a while. Here we go. Back here with Antoine Walker. The Lakers already boast two of the best players in the league in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The potential on this team would be undescribable if they were to add a talent like, say, Kawhi Leonard. Well, NBA insider Arash Markazi was on the herd yesterday, said the Lakers are, quote, quietly confident they will sign the Finals MVP. Antoine, do the Lakers have to get Kawhi to compete for the title this season?
That's a tough question. I mean, you obviously would love to have him, but I'm banking that LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma is still a championship contender. I mean, obviously it makes it a lot easier with a Kawhi Leonard, but when you got a team like Anthony Davis and LeBron James, I mean, you're pretty much that once they made that trade, they put themselves as probably the #1 team in the league, especially with KD and Klay Thompson getting hurt, to win the NBA title. So I'm going to just say yes, they definitely can win without Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, having them we started talking at another level when they have Kawhi Leonard, but they definitely can win without him. It'll be much harder because I'm just going off what free agencies happen. They let a lot of quality players that could have made their team better go in free agent while they're waiting on the Kawhi Leonard. So it'll be a much harder task. It may not be a task that happens overnight the first year because obviously letting so many key valuable players that can play key roles in their team go. So it'll be a harder process, but they definitely are right now still the favorites without Kawhi Leonard to win the NBA title.
The day they traded for Anthony Davis, I said they should be favorites because the roster was not yet fully fleshed out. We knew they would have some money. We didn't know if it would be max money. At no point were we saying they are contingent on getting Kimba or Kyrie or Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard, the best of the bunch, in order to be title favorites. But that day was different than this day in this regard. That day, there was a whole lot of free agents available who could help them. Here's the top 5 available free agents right now. We know who #1 is. It's Kawhi. #2 is Boogie. Boogie doesn't really fit. I understand that he fit with Anthony Davis before. What they need is guards. #3 is Danny Green. Danny Green seems to be waiting on his decision for Kawhi's decision to where I think if Kawhi doesn't go with I don't think Danny Green is seriously considering the Lakers. It seems like he wants to either go back to Toronto with Kawhi or it looks like Dallas has money for him. Marcus Morris, good player, not a guard. Kelly Oubre, wing player, not a shooter. When they traded for Anthony Davis, it's like, okay, can they get J.J. Redick for $13 million? That's what he signed for. Can they get Patrick Beverley for 10 to 13? Well, that's what he signed for. 13. Can they get Seth Curry for 7 to 8? There's 3 guys. There's 2 starters, and them plus Kuzma and Anthony Davis, LeBron makes sense. Those guys are all gone. And so could they compete for a championship if they miss out on Kawhi? Yes. But the margin of error now is so slim. And how are they going to spend the money? There's been a good story backing up Ben Simmons. He is not a championship caliber starting point guard. We know that. And so in waiting on Kawhi, which I will defend that decision forever because a player of that caliber, you wait on him, the opportunity cost has become enormous if they don't end up landing him.
With Anthony Davis and LeBron, they have a chance for a championship. And because the only reason is because the league is recalibrated. There is no more Golden State. So you don't need 3 stars, but you do need competent players. And as we are here, July the 2nd, there's a lot of time. Man, the NBA, All-Star break, there's going to be, we thought free agency was going to be exciting. Those teams next year jockeying for a position, there are going to be a number of Marc Gasol trades. Let's not forget that that's one of the things that helped get Toronto over the top, them breaking up their bench. So there's still a lot of time. So regardless if they do sign Kawhi or not, the Lakers with AD and LeBron are as good a team as there is in the NBA. Golden State wouldn't want to face them, would they? They have no answer for LeBron or for AD. Who else? Denver? You think Denver, after losing Game 7 to Portland, you think they want a piece? You think Whiteside going to join Portland's backcourt? Oh, that's going to get them over the hump? No. What they got going on in Los Angeles with AD and LeBron, and that's the reason why Vegas, they are the favorite. With Rondo and Kuz, you can get 4 other bodies. Not us, because we're not in that type of shape, but 4 other bodies to be able to get the Lakers into the finals because they have enough firepower with LeBron and with AD.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing is to gamble. You have to wait on a Kawhi Leonard. I mean, this guy's probably the top 3 player in the league. Some people think he's the best player in the league. So you have to wait on him because now you're putting yourself in position where you can win multiple titles. And and you got 3 guys that can get it done over the next 3 to 4 years. So you want to wait on this opportunity. And then hopefully, I think for Kawhi, I mean, I hope that he makes that decision to go to the Lakers. I'm big on about competitiveness and keeping balance in the league. But I think for Kawhi and his career and where he wants to go, I just think that Toronto, they don't have enough on their roster moving forward for the next 3-4 years where he'll be contending for a title. I think the East is it's gotten much better. It'll be much harder. Then you look at the situation of going to the Clippers. Clippers is just like playing in Toronto. They don't have another superstar to put alongside of him. So why would you go there when you can go to the Lakers and be in the conversation every year for the next 3-4 years and probably get you a couple more titles. So hopefully Kawhi Leonard makes that decision. It should be interesting, though.
All right, so then pair out the roster for me. Let me hear what the Lakers starting 5 is going to be.
Well, they only have 4 guys on their roster right now. If they don't get Kawhi, if they get Kawhi, it's going to be minimum level guys. I think Andre Iguodala is going to get bought out. I bet he signs up either way. I think J.R. Smith might get bought out. I think my guess is my guy J.R. is coming back.
You're going to break out some of them gym videos from U.S. Fitness.
LA Fitness.
Melo
might be one of those guys.
Melo might be one of those guys.
But you are, I mean, if they miss out on Kawhi and they have $30 million to spend, Danny Green will be the #1 option. I don't know if Danny Green's planning. I think if Kawhi goes back to Toronto, Danny Green will as well. Then you are talking about, do you bring back KCP? Avery Bradley's there. Justin Holiday. I mentioned TJ McConnell. Those names are the problem. I want to make one last point on this, though, because I think people will say, well, Kawhi just won a title with no other superstars, and Giannis just won a title. I'm sorry, he didn't win a title. Won an MVP and won 60 games with no other superstars. Like, when LeBron's got AD, think about those rosters, though. So Kawhi didn't have any other superstars, but he had Marc Gasol on a max contract, Kyle Lowry on a max contract, Pascal Siakam, most improved player, Danny Green, who we know what he's done in the playoffs for, Serge Ibaka and Fred VanVleet. Giannis had Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton, Malcolm Brogdon, Brook Lopez, Nikola Mirotic. That is if you don't have a superstar-heavy roster, you need a superstar or 2 and then good complementary players. The Lakers had an opportunity to go that route. They chose to try to go for the $1 million prize in Kawhi Leonard, which they absolutely should do. If they were waiting all this time on D'Angelo Russell, that wouldn't be worth it to me. It wouldn't be worth the opportunity cost. But they're waiting on a guy who just won Finals MVP.